Happy birthday, Dr. Seuss. My name is Mr. Steve, and today I'm going to tell you about some different Dr. Seuss party activity ideas. We are right here looking at a Dr. Seuss twister board, which I made, and you can make one too. It's really easy. All you have to do is pick 4 different Dr. Seuss characters and use them to represent each one of the 4 colors on the twister board. So I have Max representing green, I have the Lorax as yellow, I have Horton at blue, and the Cat in the Hat at red. I also put those pictures right in the colors on the twister spinning board, and let's spin and get started. So left foot on Max. And this is really easy for you to do at home. If you have a twister board, you can pick any characters you want to and make your own twister game. All right, left hand on Horton. All right, so let's get some more ideas. Dr. Seuss's birthday is March 2nd, 1904. When he was born in a town called Springfield in Massachusetts, and his name was Theodore Geisel. That's what his name was when he was born. But his middle name was Seuss. So when he started writing books for children, he made his pen name, that's a pretend name, Dr. Seuss. Seuss because that's his middle name, and doctor because his dad wanted him to become a physician, to take care of people. So Dr. Seuss was born. He wrote over 60 books, and his most famous one very well might be The Cat in the Hat. We're going to show you some more simple ideas that you can do to celebrate Dr. Seuss's birthday, and the first couple that we're going to show you have to do with the book The Cat in the Hat. The first one is a little Cat in the Hat notebook. This is pretty easy to do. All you need is red construction paper and white computer paper. That's it. You want to cut out the shapes into the shape of his hat. So all of them in the shape of a hat. And then you can cut out little holes in the sides. So you have 2 hats, one for the front, one for the back, and then all the white paper for the middle. You line it all up so the circles are all together, and you can see through them. Get some red string or white string, and then tie it all together, and then you made yourself a Dr. Seuss hat. We know that the Cat in the Hat really likes balancing things, so there's a couple different balancing games I wanted to show you. The first one is pretty fun. You just put a cup down, and then a piece of paper on top of it, and then another cup on top of that, and just keep on stacking and see how high you can get. And it kind of looks like a Cat in the Hat here too, doesn't it? There's different ways that you can do this. I'm choosing to do it this way. You can experiment and keep trying it other ways and see how far you can get it before it falls. The other balancing activity you can use involves paper plates and paper cups. Paper is the important word here. Don't use anything breakable, because you're going to be balancing these things. So you can just make it any way you want to balance on top of each other, like so. You could keep it on the table if you wanted to, like we did with the last balancing thing, or you could hold on to it in your hand. That's when it gets pretty tricky, is when you're holding on to your hand. And then just keep on building up high and see how you can do. If you want to get really tricky, you could try to balance it while you're balancing yourself too. Maybe on one foot, or maybe if you're hopping a little bit. There's lots of different things that you can do. See how it goes. Theodore Geisel also wrote books under a different name besides Dr. Seuss. He wrote about 12 books under the name Theo Lessig. Theo because his full name is Theodore, and Lessig is Geisel, his real last name spelled backwards. Some of the most famous books that Dr. Seuss wrote under the name Theo Lessig was 10 Apples Up on Top, Because I Had Duck Feet is another one too. A less common name that people know is Dr. Seuss also went under the name Rosetta Stone. He wrote one book in 1975 under the name of Rosetta Stone, and that one is right here, Because a Little Bug Went Ka-Choo. And that was the one book he wrote under Rosetta Stone. So if you find this book, you know that one's also written by Dr. Seuss. Let's talk about 2 more crafts. Oh, the Places You'll Go is one of Dr. Seuss's most popular books. And to celebrate this book for Dr. Seuss's birthday, this is a fun and pretty easy craft you can make. It is a little hot air balloon. So all I did was cut out a circle on white paper. It can be any color paper you want it to be. And then I made a little bit of a basket down here using green. Again, you can use whatever color you want. But the really fun part is you throw a whole bunch of glue on there, get some tissue paper in all different colors, crumple it up and stick it all around. And you make a beautiful hot air balloon. The Lorax is another really popular Dr. Seuss book that is easy to make a craft of. We know the Lorax is most popular because of that mustache, right? So all you have to do is make a mustache of your own. Just cut out a mustache, paste it onto a popsicle stick, make sure it's colored yellow, put it right on top of your lip, and you have a Lorax mustache. How many Dr. Seuss books have you read? I challenge you to read as many as you can. There are so many good ones, and there are lots of good quotes that are inside those books. Before we say goodbye, let's talk about a few of them. There's this one right here that says, "A person's a person no matter how small." That's true. And then there's this one. "It is fun to have fun." Isn't that right? I think so. And then the next one, "I speak for the trees." And then we have one more. "I do not like green eggs and ham." Have you had green eggs and ham before? If you haven't, that's a pretty good activity to do for Dr. Seuss's birthday. Speaking of his birthday, let's sing happy birthday before we say goodbye for good. Are you ready? Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Dr. Seuss. Happy birthday to you. Are you one? Are you two? Are you three? It'll take a long time to count up to 117. All right, I'll say goodbye now and keep counting. Bye. Are you four? Are you five?